Damage control with a touch of deflection is in full swing. All right, I just want to start this one out by saying another well-known nomad has reached out and said, not too much, didn't get into detail, but said, yeah, I know all about the Tater, friend contract, and if you do a little bit something wrong, then he flips out, and I'm looking for real loyal friends, and so, Tater found an excuse to go off on this person as well. So, yeah, the numbers are stacking up, but what this is really about is the deflection and misdirection in this damage control campaign that Kevin and Tater are mounting. And Diane, she joined in on the campaign for damage control. But come on, I mean, let's face it. We know what her judge of character is and what her taste in men, what it got her. We saw that. So yeah, her vouching for Tater, I think that pretty much does more harm than good. She should just shut it. Now there has been, just all kinds of stuff going on in the comment section over at Campervan Kevin's channel. And it's been just a barrage of all kinds of stuff. Now, Kevin, I don't know, pulled some shit out of the blue. I don't know where he got it, but he makes claims that Lola said some bad things about him. And I don't know what he's talking about. And then he also said something about, I know at the time she had brain cancer, so maybe that explains it. Well, here, let me just fill you in on a couple things real quick. First of all, Lola met Kevin at Lola's first RTR that she ever went to. It didn't go so well. Kevin was, Kevin, you know how he is. And a lot of people that have had little quick, short run-ins with Kevin know exactly how he is. And I know everybody says Felix is a good guy and Felix is Kevin's friend. Well, let us not forget what Kevin did to Felix many years ago. So you can look into that yourself. I won't dig that old news up, but yeah. So there's that. But after that first little thing where he wasn't the kindest person to Lola, Lola basically washed her hands. She said neither good nor bad about Kevin. That was her last interaction or anything with Kevin. And that's the way Lola is. If she is truly one of those people that says, and yes, I do speak of her still in the present tense. I just can't bring myself to speak of her in past tense. Sorry. So that is the way she is. She truly is. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say shit. And that's the way she is. As for at the time she had brain cancer, well, let me tell you what. When Lola found out she had brain cancer, it wasn't long after until she passed. So during that little time, I mean, it went fast. During that little time, guess what? The very last thing on Lola's mind was Kevin or anybody else at the moment. She had lots of things to take care of. And it wasn't bad mouthing Kevin. Even as upsetting as it was, the whole issue with Tater wasn't the biggest thing on her mind either. She had, believe it or not, a lot more important things on her mind. And when she was healthy and happy, she didn't talk mean. And this, I spoke with Lola on the phone. We had conversations when she had her cancer. She wasn't like lost or, she was speaking to me. She knew me. We were talking. We had a conversation. There was no lull in the action. Yeah. So yeah, for him to say shit like that, he's just making shit up. And again, there's proof to the fact that, that it's all bullshit. It never happened. And if you don't believe me, well, Deborah Dickinson, she decided she was going to leave a response to the nonsense, and she made her thoughts be known, and other people as well. Vicky Van Gogh has left some comments. Sandy, some people that know and have known Lola for a long time and have been around. They know, and they spoke up, because finally people are, as I said, they're tired of it and they're speaking up. And yes, as we have stated before, Lola's phone is still there. It's still active, and they can run through it, and they see everything that was and was not said, people that was and was not in communication. Everything is there, including, yes, the nasty, disgusting shit that Eric said to and about Lola. Now, Eric, he is steadfast, and again, will stare straight down that lens of the camera and just lie with a straight face. And he will deny everything. He says the comments, they didn't happen, and that's not him, and it's all lies made up by haters. But yet here you can see Kevin admits it. He admits that the words were not good, and what Taters did was not in the best place. And he says, perhaps I know more about the situation than most, but he's full of shit. I don't agree with the name calling, but I do understand Eric's frustration. Would I have handled the same way? Maybe, most likely not. Does it make his way wrong? Perhaps not. And that's the thing. How could his way of handling it, and how could those name calling things that you're sticking up for, when he denies the entire thing? So if it didn't happen according to Eric, why are you sticking up for Eric's actions that he adamantly says is untrue and just all made up by his haters? And all Kevin's nonsense about camping with Lola and all this other bullshit, it is just that. It's nonsense. He's making shit up because he knows that there's no one here to dispute it. Well, he thinks there's no one here to dispute it. But yeah, he's mistaken. He's mistaken. He thinks he can, oh, well, yeah, I did this and that, and we had this, and we conversated, and we did all this, and that. Oh, what? She's gonna, come back and say, oh no, it's all a lie? No. And that's the only reason why he's saying this shit. He can hide behind his faith and righteousness all he wants, but he's full of shit. He's a liar. Now, Kevin also makes this claim that everything it's just all haters trying to divide the RVers. But not him. Kevin is here to unite them and bring everyone together. He is so full. Everyone knows that he's an outcast. Where do you see? Look, the tribe. Everybody's hanging together. Where's Kevin? Nowhere to be found. Carolyn and all those people in the big groups. Is Kevin there? No. Yeah, Carolyn and the other Carolyn, RV Rebel Girl, yeah, they went to the Vagabond. But when it comes to Aja's birthday party, this gathering, that gathering, the tribe meetups at Quartzsite or here, there, where's Kevin? Where's Kevin? He's not included in any of it because he's an outcast. And he's an outcast for a reason. He ain't trying to bring nobody together. He's not a good person. Whether he hides behind that righteousness and faith or basically self-righteousness, he's full of shit. And if he's such a good person and he's trying to unite people and everything's just all lies and made up, then why did he stir the shit when Eric and I were just fine? Everything was fine. I wasn't talking shit about him. He wasn't saying anything about me. Everything was hunky-dory. Until I hearted a comment and put a little LOL. Eric would have probably never known that I just put a heart on. But Kevin had to go stir this entire thing up. And he knew, because he knows how Eric is. I've showed you guys proof time and time again of his pattern of behavior, of how the word loyalty comes up. Loyalty. You're not loyalty, and you're not a friend, and you can fuck off, and you're not this, and you're not that, and if you're not kissing my ass, you're a nobody, and you're done. I'm done. And he goes from boom, 0 to 1,000, and Kevin knows that. And he pushed the button. Like I said, he pulls the pin, throws a grenade, and he sits back and he watches. But now he's feeling guilty because he knows that he is the one that started this whole thing. And now he's seeing the wrath that is coming on his little tater tot. That's right. His little Gilligan to his skipper. He sees it coming and he feels like shit because he knows that it isn't the liars and the haters and it's not just people making up rumors. He knows. Again, a lot of people, you're just this and blah, blah, blah. Who cares what BlindViews says and whatever. But now when Deborah Dickinson says things and Frugal's there and Vicky says, yeah, I got the phone with all the info on there. The proof is in the pudding. It's all right here. You can't deny this. Now panic sets in. Now we got to scramble. Now we got to do shit. Alert, alert, alert. That's DEFCON 4, whatever it is. But yeah. And now he's panicking. So now he's making shit up, talking about lies and rumors. Oh yeah, well, see, Lola and I were best buds and we camped together all the time. Horse shit. It's horse shit. He is scrambling and he's feeling guilty because now little Eric is all in a tiff and he's going off the deep end again and he doesn't know where to look because people are coming out of the woodwork saying, yeah, it is true. But see, Eric, he deflects as well. He wants to keep the focus on, well, I never said that. I keep saying, Nomadic Fanatic does not have a Facebook. I said it 100 times. Look how many Nomadic Fanatic Facebook pages there are. Nomadic Fanatic does not have a Facebook page. Nobody said Nomadic Fanatic does. Nobody cares if Nomadic Fanatic. None of the correspondence was from Nomadic Fanatic. It was all from Eric Jacobs, and it's all been verified. But he wants to, no. See, there is no, I told you guys, it's not me, guys. There's no Nomadic Fanatic Facebook. We know, we don't care. But you can't deny the messages on Lola's phone from you. And no, it wasn't from Nomadic Fanatic. It was from you, Eric. That's right. You can't lie away that. You can't say that it was all just made up by the haters. No. But yet he will stare down that lens and tell you, never happened. Wasn't me. It's all lies and conjecture made up by my haters. I'm a good person. It's all rumors. No. And he will stand behind that. And again, it is beyond me how easily, the ease in which this guy lies when he knows exactly what he said. He knows the names he called people. He knows how he made Lola feel. He knows he threw her away like garbage, like he does everybody else who doesn't follow his little friend contract to a T. He does it over and over and over again, this pattern, yes. And yes, for all of you, you keep bringing it up, and I will continue to bring it up until he stops lying, until he comes forward and says yes. This is the shit that I did and said to that amazing woman. I will bring it up again tomorrow if I have to. If somebody sends me something new, if I find out some new information, I will bring it up again. And if you don't like it, well, then I suggest you scroll the fuck on, because I will bring it up again and again until he stops, until Kevin stops making up shit, until Kevin stops trying to cover little Tater's ass, because again, Kevin feels guilty because this is all his doing. He stuck his finger in it, stirred it up, licked his finger off and said, look at Tater going all ballistic on that fucking BlindViews. See, Kevin years ago called me a blind bully. Years ago. Years and years and years ago. Because of something I said that he didn't like about Evie Nova. Evie Nova didn't have a problem. Evie Nova texted me. Evie Nova was in my live streams. Evie Nova and I were just fine. But Kevin had a problem with me because of what I said about Evie Nova and called me a blind bully many, many, many years ago. And he's had a little thorn in his little southern ass ever since. Well, you need to go ahead and stick up for your buddy, because you started it, but it just shows the character that you have, because Eric is wrong. Eric said those horrible things. There's proof. People know it, and more people are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I heard that Kevin is the one that supposedly took those pictures of Tig and sent them to Eric to post on his Instagram and everywhere else that he's showing those pictures. That was Kevin's doings. But hey, y'all, you got to remember one thing. You don't have to agree with anything I say. That is not the point here. The point is,
this is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.